Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, May 3rd. I'm Krista McDonald.
And I'm Kiki Thaxter. It's great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. This week on Norwood News, there's something fishy in South Norwood. The Norwood Masons celebrate Norwood's Teacher of the Year, and a Norwood alumni opens a brand new skincare business in town. But first, it is a tradition in the Norwood Police Department to broadcast a special radio transmission when a police officer retires. The Norwood dispatcher highlights accomplishments and achievements from the officer's career and congratulates them on their retirement. Tuesday, April 30th, was Chief Bill Brooks' final day in uniform, and the following transmission was broadcast at 3:30 p.m.
Today, the Norwood Police Department announced the retirement of Chief William G. Brooks III, completing over 47 years as a police officer. He began his journey with the Westwood Police Department as a patrolman before transferring to Norwood in 1982. He served in the ranks of patrolman, sergeant, and detective sergeant. He was the creator of the Norfolk County Police Anti-Crime Task Force, known as NORPAC, that now consists of 17 agencies. He became just the second Norwood police officer to graduate from the FBI National Academy. In 2000, he was appointed Deputy Police Chief for the Wellesley Police Department. His passion and commitment for Norwood and its residents never wavered, and he returned on May 1st, 2012, being sworn in as our new police chief. Over the years, Chief Brooks has been a member or sat on many committees on both a state and federal level. He has shared his knowledge by presenting in 29 states on behalf of the Innocence Project. He is a recipient of the Innocence Network's Champion of Justice Award, as well as receiving a Civil Rights Award for individual achievement from the International Association of Chiefs of Police. He had served as president of the Massachusetts Chiefs of Police Association and currently sits on the board of directors of the International Association of Chiefs of Police. As chief, he has instituted many programs and strategies to fight crimes, and drug use was at the forefront. He was instrumental in assuring that many abusers of drugs knew where to receive treatment and would often assist enrollment into a facility. As stated, his passion for Norwood was most evident, whether being seen walking the beats, attending arrival and dismissal of our schools, or walking into a business. He was accessible, always taking time to engage with everyone. It was clear, no matter what his rank, he loved being a police officer and those he commanded. Norwood 671 Chief Brooks, thank you for a job well done. You will be missed. The men and women of the Norwood Police Department wish you and your family the very best in retirement. Norwood headquarters clear.
Norwood 671 Norwood Control and the men and women of the Norwood Police Department. Thank you for that. It's been a pleasure and my honor to serve. 671 is out. Thank you, Chief. Good luck. Happy retirement, Chief. Enjoy it. Thank you, Chief. Enjoy your retirement. Thanks for everything, Chief. Happy retirement. Congratulations, Chief. Thanks for everything, Chief.
Congratulations, Chief. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chief. Thanks for everything. Congratulations, Chief. Thank you for everything. Congratulations, Chief. Thank you.
Congrats on your well-deserved retirement, Chief. Thanks.
Congratulations, Chief. Enjoy retirement.
Wednesday, May 1st, Chief Christopher Patton was sworn in as the 16th Police Chief for the Norwood Police Department. The ceremony was held in Memorial Hall, filled with current and former town employees, family, and friends to celebrate Chief Patton.
It's a momentous occasion. We only actually appoint a police chief about every 10 or 15 years in Norwood, so we haven't done this for more than 12 years when we had Chief Brooks appointed. So it was a momentous occasion. We were glad to have Chief Patton here, to have his family here, so many members of the Norwood Police Department here, members of the community, to bring him in and to give him a good send-off to what we're hoping will be a long and successful career as Chief of the Norwood Police Department.
I, Christopher Patton,
I, Christopher Patton,
do solemnly
swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and will support the Constitution thereof, so help me God.
and will support the Constitution thereof, so help me God.
I, Christopher Patton, do solemnly swear and affirm
I, Christopher Patton, do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me as the Chief of Police in the town of Norwood,
all the duties incumbent on me as the Chief of Police in the town of Norwood,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
and the laws of the Commonwealth, so help me God.
and the laws of the Commonwealth, so help me God.
I, Christopher Padden, do solemnly swear
I, Christopher Padden, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. Thank you.
It's overwhelming. It's such a huge responsibility, but we're very fortunate here in Norwood to have such good police officers. Chief Brooks has laid the groundwork for our department going forward. I've worked with him for a number of years. I'm ready to lead. It's not about me. I set the tone, I set the policy. It's about the people that do the job every day. Our officers are top-notch. The town of Norwood supports us with training, funding. We're very fortunate here. So for me, it's just going to be a lot of hard work going forward, continuing the department so that we're out in the community, we're making connections with people, we're helping people. A police department is a service agency. It's not, we don't manufacture anything, we don't sell anything, we serve people. We're a customer service agency, and we're going to continue to do that as we go forward. Hopefully we continue to have the support of the people of the town of Norwood. We're very fortunate to be in this place.
When Norwood News returns, we take a look at a brand new living local. We learn about the proposed stormwater basin at Hennessy Field, and Clayton Cheever is back with May's edition of Moral Moment.
Lights Camera Summer is back on July 22nd through the 25th and August 5th through the 8th from 9 a.m. to noon. If you are a Norwood resident entering grade 6, 7, or 8 and you want to learn a bit about the broadcast television world, be sure to sign up for Norwood Community Media's video workshop, Lights, Camera, Summer. We'll give you some training in our studio and control room, you'll be able to get some experience interviewing on camera, and on the last day we'll be watching the final cut of what we produced. If you have any questions, concerns, or just want to sign up for the workshop, you can send an email to NCM Station Manager Megan Corbett at megan@norwoodcommunitymedia.org. We hope to see you this summer.
It was a sunny day in South Norwood as hundreds of people of all ages attended the traditional South Norwood Fishing Derby. This was the 35th year of the Derby, and many little ones tried to catch the big one.
There's not much left you can do for $5 these days, but that's what it would have cost if you went to the South Norwood Fishing Derby. The $5 registration included a hot dog, chips, and the chance to catch some fish. Fishing brings generations together, and Hawes Pond was lined with fishermen of all ages. Longtime organizer and current selectman Mike Sad has many memories of fishing in Hawes Pond and believes that fishing is a great way to relax.
When I was a kid, 6, 7, 8 years old, I grew up right down the street, 200 feet down the street, and we used to go skating in here and fishing, and it was a great fishing spot, and I just wanted to bring that back 35 years ago to the kids from all around the area. It's been spectacular, and today is another spectacular day for Norwood, for the surrounding towns, for all these people bringing their kids and getting that fishing experience. There's something about fishing that it gives you patience, and it creates patience in your life. So get out and fish, and you'll have more patience in your life, and you'll enjoy the outdoors.
The Fishing Derby Day was capped off by the always entertaining rubber duck race. The race sold out, and it is always fun to watch the race in action. This day kicks off the spring season in Norwood, and remember, you can always go back, relax, and do a little fishing.
Taking care of your skin is essential, and for owner and esthetician Cassandra Skincare, taking the time to treat and care for skin is her passion. On this Living Local, we go to 500 Washington Street to learn all about Cassandra Skincare and Spa. Located on 500 Washington Street, Cassandra Skincare Spa is a brand new spot to get some self-care. And for owner and esthetician Cassandra Pinciaro, rejuvenating and nourishing clients' skin is her passion.
So we're an aesthetic salon. We focus on skincare and spa services. So we do facials, microneedling, chemical peels. We do waxing, spray tanning, lymphatic massage, brows, lashes, so anything skincare and spa services we do. I was born and raised in Norwood. I graduated Norwood High in 2017. After that, I went to Catherine Hines and did the medical aesthetics program. That's where I found my love for skincare, and then after that, I worked for 6 years in the aesthetics business. That's when I learned how to manage a salon, how to run a salon, and now I can open up my own, and I love how it's in Norwood. So I'm the owner and esthetician. I do all the facial treatments, all the spa treatments. So if you're getting a treatment, it's most likely going to be done by me. So something that we do that's a little different is we do something called an American facial. So we have something called a heat mask in our facial. This deeply heats the skin, so anything underneath the skin comes out much easier, but also it's easier on the client. Less manipulation of the skin because everything comes up nice and easy. We also do use steam in our facials, but we just have that extra heat mask that really enhances the service. When I say it liquefies everything underneath the surface of your skin, so it comes up really easy instead of like picking and pulling too much at the skin.
Can you take a deep breath in? And out.
The relaxation and rejuvenation my clients get, just feeling better after a service. It's not only feels good to look better, but even just to feel better walking out is just a great part of the service. So overall, just making my clients feel happy once they leave, but also focusing on anything that they're more concerned about in their skin.
Ever since growing up in Norwood, Cassandra has stayed local and is grateful to be able to open up her own business right in the town she grew up in.
I love that I get to open it up in Norwood just because I know everyone in Norwood. I get so much support from people in the community. So it's just an overall great place to be located. I have so many friends and family in this area. Norwood has so many great people, so it's such a great spot to be in. I love when someone comes in and they're not feeling really confident in their skin, and then we can really go through, do treatment-based services that can make them feel better and really focus on what they're worried about. So just seeing the transformation from when they come in and they're not feeling too confident, and then just leaving and feeling much better about their skin.
To learn more about Cassandra Skincare Spa, you can call or text to book an appointment, stop in for a consultation to find out the best service for your skin, and you can also check out CassandraSkincare.com to see the list of services offered. Cassandra is also offering a special deal for first-time clients.
I'm going to be doing 20% off all first-time clients, so if you're into skincare, if you haven't really tried skincare yet, you can come in and get 20% off your first service.
Director of Public Works, Mark Ryan, gave NCM a brief presentation of the proposed stormwater basin at Hennessy Field. The following is an excerpt of that presentation.
I just want to give everyone an idea what this whole Meadow Brook drainage project entails. We have a board here that shows all the different projects. Basically, you get the Meadow Brook, which is near Pleasant Street, near the Murphy baseball field, that receives all the drainage networks that lead up to Norwood Center. So up here you get Central Street near Norwood Town Hall, and the Meadowbrook actually goes further northwest. It's a large area, like I said, 1.8 square miles. So, you know, the normal thing would be to increase the size of these pipes so you wouldn't have the flooding in front of the police and fire like we did in 2020, under the Manhattan Street Railroad Bridge, under the Guild Railroad Bridge, at East Toyle and Broadway, at East Vernon in Central Street. These roads are all flooded, impassable, puts a real drain on public safety, and it causes problems. So the normal thing is make large pipes, just send it downstream. but you're just pushing the flooding problems you're solving up here on people downstream of you, and you cannot do that. That's not allowed through the permitting agencies, and it's just not the right thing to do to force this problem down on someone else. So in order to increase these pipes in here to carry that water away, we have to devise a mechanism to capture the water and then slowly release it down to the Meadowbrook.
And now we throw it over to Abby Trahan with school news.
I'm Abby Trahan, and let's take a look at what's happening in our Norwood schools. In Norwood High School news, here are your Students of the Month for April: Molly Keats and Ethan Murphy. Student of the Month nominees are seniors who are involved in the 4 A's: academics, arts, athletics, and activities. And these students are positive role models for our other students. Congratulations. At the Coakley Middle School, French students went outside to learn a new game, P-Talk, meaning foot fix or foot planted. It is a sport similar to lawn bowling or the Italian game bocce. In P-Talk, the objective is to score points by having your team's ball closer to the target ball than the opponent's after all balls have been thrown. The current form of the game was codified in 1907 in France. At the Balch School, there was an awesome assembly from the Echo dance team. High-energy dance moves and singing. Inspirational messaging around being true to yourself, having goals, and staying healthy in all ways. Thanks, Balch PTO. The 5th graders at the Cleveland School held the Cleveland Cafe last week, a Cleveland tradition. The 5th graders opened a cafe on Thursday night, serving and entertaining the Cleveland community. The preschool children at the Little Mustang Preschool were so excited to have a visit from firefighter Paul Ronco. Firefighter Paul came to the LMPA to teach the children about fire safety. They all had fun practicing stop, drop, and roll. They also learned that smoke and heat rises. So, if they're ever in a house where there is a fire, the safest thing to do is get low to the ground and crawl to safety. They also got the chance to practice this. Firefighter Paul also talked to the children about having a plan with their families about where to meet if there is ever a fire in their house. The children even got some homework to do, which was a great way to share what they had learned with their families and also foster some important discussions about fire safety. The teachers are thankful for Firefighter Paul for taking the time to meet with all of our students and making learning about fire safety so fun. That's it for school news this week. We appreciate all the teachers who take the time to share their news with us. It helps provide us with an inside look at what's happening in our classrooms. Now let's send it over to Ron Marshalsea with the latest in sports.
I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your sports update. The baseball team went up against 4 teams since the last update. They took down Dedham 10-9, lost to Bellingham on the road, and on May 1st and 2nd, they took down Norton 6-0 and Xaverian 4-3. Jerry Fry had the complete game shutout against Norton, and both the Dedham and Xaverian games went into extras. Sam Larkey got the win against Dedham for coming in relief, and Brian Dearborn walked it off. NCM was there at the Balch for the 9-inning game against the Xaverian Hawks. Zach Badger got the start and went 5 innings, with Mike Curran coming in and finishing the last 4. Thomas Benson was all over the field, including being the winning run off of Sam Larkey's walk-off single. Eddie Hickey and Jim Keaty braced the rain to be on the call for Larkey's walk-off.
Larkey hits it hard.
That's it. That's
hit.
the ball game,
Everybody's
folks.
going to touch the bases, and there's a win. Larkey, this kid is, for a sophomore,
yeah,
this kid's
that's all
special.
you needed was some contact.
Wow. What a game.
Norwood walks off Xaverian 4-3 here.
Yeah.
Improves their record.
Well, it gives them their 10th win.
Yeah,
It's at 10-3, so they have, I guess, qualified for the tournament. But more importantly, they beat one of the quality teams I mean, they beat a Bay State League team, Natick, they've beaten Xaverian, and they've been very competitive against Braintree.
The Mustangs have now qualified for the state tournament with the win over the Hawks. NCM wants to thank the whole crew for last night, especially our camera operators Michael O'Donnell and Kate Broderick for doing an excellent job despite the downpour that came out of nowhere. The softball team is now 6-4 after they got wins over Dedham 7-6 and Bellingham 12-8, but lost to Norton and Millis. The Mustangs look to get back in the win column when they host Medfield and Medway for the next 2 games on the 7th and 8th, both at 4 o'clock. The boys lacrosse team couldn't pick up the win against Holliston, but they host Medway on the 6th at 4:30 and then Hopkinton on the 9th, also at 4:30. After going 0-2 last week, the girls lacrosse team came back strong with 2 huge wins over Bellingham 15-4 and Norton 19-11. In the Bellingham win, the team had 13 caused turnovers, with Michaela Brown being outstanding on defense. On the offensive side, Nora Staunton got a goal, Bridget Sopel had a goal and an assist, Olivia Naughton and Shay Larkey each had a hat trick, and Olivia Lodge fired in 7 goals on Bellingham's goalie. The Norton game saw an electric team win with Emily Spadorsha scoring twice and adding an assist. Quinn Brown scored a goal, Olivia Naughton scored 2 with 3 assists, Bridget Sopel scored 2, Shay Larkey added 5, and Olivia Lodge added 7 goals, and both Mustang goalies each had 6 saves apiece. The boys and girls track teams took on Medfield on Wednesday, but both teams couldn't pick up wins against the Warriors. Both teams are at Westwood on the 6th at 6:30 for their next matchup. The boys volleyball team got another win on the year with a 3-2 win over Norton, but they lost against Nipmuc Regional, Medfield, and Dighton Rehoboth. The Mustangs had solid contributions from the entire team against Norton, and they are headed to KP on Monday the 6th at 5 o'clock. After their hot start, the boys tennis team hasn't had a lot of luck, but were very close in their game against Norton. They head to Norton next week on the 7th at 4:30 to get a rematch with the Lancers and will hopefully walk away with a big win. The girls tennis team got their first win of the season against Norton 3-2, but lost to Millis on the 2nd. They get a chance to go 2-0 against the Lancers as they host them next week on the 7th at 4 o'clock. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsey. And Norwood News will be right back after this break, featuring a promo for the newest episode of NCM Sports Talk. The May edition of NCM Sports Talk is almost here. On this episode, Mark Hoover sits with the new head coach of the Norwood High softball team. NCM commentator Mike McDonough relives Nate Sue's state championship match with the champion himself. And we get to know a little bit about graduating NHS senior and future Stonehill Skyhawk, Maddie Mahoney. All this and plenty more on the May episode of NCM Sports Talk.
The planning board met earlier this week and reorganized, voting Rob Bamber as chair and Debbie Homewood as vice chair. A site plan review for the building exterior of the Bodie Spa on 10 Cottage Street was presented. The board approved the site plan and expressed their excitement on the new luxury spa opening in the future here in Norwood. The next planning board meeting will be Monday, May 6th. The school committee met Wednesday night at the Savage Center. The meeting began with the 2024-25 school choice hearing, which states by Massachusetts law, the Norwood School Department will have to enroll non-resident students unless the school committee votes by June 2024 not to allow school choice. The committee unanimously voted not to participate in the school choice program for the 24-25 school year. Members of the Elementary Study Working Group delivered a preliminary report on their findings. Last May, town meeting allocated $60,000 in free cash to fund a study to look at the composition of our elementary schools after the new middle school opens. Any changes would not occur before the 2025-26 school year. The preliminary findings include redistricting and reopening the Willett as a 6th elementary school, in part because the future Coakley will be grades 5 through 8. Willett Principal Bollier explains more during the presentation.
I'm going to talk about the opportunities that we discussed with a K through 4 configuration. So opening the Willett as a 6th elementary school and redistricting. Firstly, that would reduce our overall building capacities across the district and would allow us more room for future growth and programming as our district continues to evolve and grow. Also, it would reduce the transitions for kindergarten students and their families. As Principal Riley's just said, we want to reduce the need for students to be transitioning across schools and having to build new relationships with new teams if we can. It would also keep kindergarten students in the neighborhood and closer to their school, and it would create opportunities for kindergarten students to learn from older students and provide opportunities for those collaborations, book buddies, for example, or technology buddies, and even just passing each other in the hallway and seeing what a fourth grader looks like compared to a kindergartner who's just starting their school experience. And overall, it would shrink our elementary district and reduce transportation costs as students would be closer to the neighborhood schools by adding a sixth school onto the map. Kindergarten educators, so thinking about this from a pedagogical standpoint, would have cross-grade level collaboration, so thinking about those opportunities to work on vertical alignment, kindergarten and first grade teachers, for example, working together. It also gives students and parents an opportunity to make connections with their neighborhood school peers beginning in kindergarten. Something that we often hear from families moving on from kindergarten is that missed opportunity of, wow, my child really developed a great friendship with this student because they were in the same class all year long, but we found out they're actually going to different neighborhood elementary schools for first grade, so it would keep those friendships tight from kindergarten onward, being in the same school. It would also allow our educators to maintain student relationships beyond kindergarten and serve as in-building supports for grade 1. We know that children's first educators are really impactful, and that's a really special bond, and being able to keep that bond beyond kindergarten and be able to visit their kindergarten teacher, maybe even be a leader in their classroom down the road is an opportunity that we discussed. Also, from a pedagogical standpoint, the length of the school day would be increased by 45 minutes and provide additional time on learning in kindergarten in exchange for students traveling on buses from and to neighborhood elementary schools. And there's a citation here that just highlights the benefits of a longer school day that we see, especially for some of our most vulnerable student populations, including neurodivergent students and English learners. And I want to highlight that many of our students who take bus transportation are currently having this length of a school day, but instead of traveling to and from the elementary schools on buses, they would be spending that time not on transportation, but rather in classrooms with their peers and their teachers.
Teresa Stewart then announced the new Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations, Sean Manion, the former Director of Finance from Newton Public Schools. The meeting continued with a unanimous approval of an overnight field trip for 7th and 8th graders to Puerto Rico, a budget subcommittee update, and a long-term agenda review. The school committee will meet again on May 15th.
Library Director Clayton Cheever is back for May's edition of Moral Moment, and he has some new books to share, as well as new events happening at the library for the month of May.
Greetings, library lovers. Welcome to the Morrow Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever. I use he, his pronouns, and I'm your library director. Calling all college-bound high school juniors, join us for a Zoom program on Tuesday evening, May 21st, starting at 7, for a detailed and strategic overview of what to focus on to craft a compelling college application. Ron Fuchs and Jackie Tepper, partners at Stand Out for College, love to help high school schoolers and their parents understand how to use this upcoming summer productively to create amazing college applications. As I mentioned, this program will take place online via Zoom, so register to get the link today. Connect on a personal level with history on Saturday, May 11th, when we're hosting a program all about antique hand fans. Our presenter will bring over 100 hand fans from the 18th and 19th centuries made from mother-of-pearl, bone, ivory, and celluloid. If you have an antique fan at home, you can also bring it in for identification. We're grateful to the Friends of the Library for providing the funding to bring this unique program. Register today to reserve your spot. Weather meteorologist Joe Delicarpini is the Science and Operations Manager at the National Weather Service's Boston office and will present Norwood's Summer Weather Outlook on Tuesday evening, May 21st. This is sure to be a popular program, so register and save a seat today. The next time you need a place to meet with someone, book a room at the library. You can call ahead or simply visit our website. We have 2 study rooms that can accommodate a maximum of 4 people at a time, and we recently added a reservable study pod, which is great for solo study or conducting a meeting with people online. We also have a couple of larger meeting rooms that are good for bigger crowds. Get all the details online at our website. I brought a few books to share with you. May is Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Sashiko's Stitches by Sane Ishida is a delightful and beautiful picture book that weaves together tradition, resilience, and creativity. With the magic of a needle and thread, the traditional Japanese practice of mending fabric inspires ways to mend life itself. Combining memories, hopes, and dreams, even the tiniest stitches can create something beautiful and enduring. Stacey Lee's Kill Her Twice is a novel written for teens. Dive into a gripping historical mystery set in the heart of 1932 Los Angeles Chinatown. When a beloved local celebrity meets an untimely end, 3 courageous sisters suspect foul play and are quickly entangled in a chilling case. The treacherous world of Hollywood and the looming threat of their neighborhood's destruction challenge the sisters' bonds to each other. This is a must-read for anyone who loves a good twist with a glimpse into a bygone era of glamour and secrets. Although Beautiful by Anne Napolitano is also about sisters and secrets. In homage to Louise May Alcott's classic Little Women, this is a moving portrait of what's possible when we choose to love someone not in spite of who they are, but because of it. The prose is both lyrical and raw, drawing us into the heartache and the hope of the characters. There's no heroes or villains here, only flawed, loving, striving people like you and me. In Create Dangerously, The Immigrant Artist at Work, Edwidge Danticat invites us to explore the intersection of art, courage, and resilience. Through a collection of essays, she weaves together stories of artists who dare to create despite adversity, political turmoil, and personal struggles. Danticat's prose is both evocative and unflinching, urging us to embrace our own creative spirit even in the face of danger. As readers, we embark on a journey that celebrates the power of art to transform lives, challenge norms, and ignite hope. This book is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a call to create fearlessly even when the world seems uncertain. Spring's upon us, and one of the great joys of the season is the return of baseball. Borrow our batting tee and get one step closer to being the next home run hitter. This and so many other great games, tools, and more can be found in our Library of Things. Visit our website and browse our Library of Things from the Books and More menu to see what other treasures we have waiting for you. Before I sign off, I want to thank our dear friends of the library. Make sure you come by for their spring book sale, happening May 3rd to 5th. This month, they provided the funds for the Antique Hand Fan Program I already mentioned, 50 States of Mind, a conversation about our democracy with podcaster Ryan Bernstein on May 9th, and the Children's Adaptive Story Time on May 18th. Please make sure you have an active membership in the Friends and support them whenever possible, as they make possible so much of what we present here. We are so grateful for all the support. That's a wrap for this Moral Moment. I'm Clayton Cheever, your guide through the wonders of the library, wishing you a marvelous May. We can't wait to see you at the library.
The Norwood Masons held their annual Teacher of the Year event at the Masonic Hall on Day Street. Honorable guests and community members gathered to join in this special celebration of Norwood's teachers. This year's Teacher of the Year, Stephanie Andrews of the Oldham School, was absolutely overjoyed by the Lodge's decision.
Thank you so much. I am so honored. I can't tell you how honored I am in my heart. I'm not a crier. I never cry. I'm close to tears right now because the letter my colleagues wrote about me is beyond words. I am truly blessed to be a teacher in the Norwood Public Schools. I've been here over 30 years. I love everyone I work with. They inspire me. I work with the best of the best. I have worked with Carol Poirier, who is no longer with us. She was my inspiration. Susan Perry, who has retired and is also an inspiration. And every teacher at the Oldham School I've worked with, from 3rd grade to 2nd grade to 1st grade, because I've switched grades a lot. I'm just Kathy Barnacle, Carrie Pritchard, Carolyn Haberlin, Leah Wasserman, Gina Stevens, Jackie Ignachuk, and every teacher I've worked with is, in my eyes, Teacher of the Year, because they're amazing. And I know how hard of a job it is. And everyone deserves to be recognized because we go in every day, we give our heart, we give our love, we give everything to these children because we want the best for them. And they're amazing. And Meg Corcoran, I would have voted for you. I'm just saying, okay? You're my Teacher of the Year.
All of us at Norwood Community Media would like to congratulate Chief Bill Brooks on his retirement. The Chief has always made time for our request to provide our viewers with the latest up-to-date information on a police matter in town. There were times that he spoke only to NCM, and we appreciated the exclusive interview. Chief Brooks improved and increased the presence of Norwood Police Department in the town, and Norwood Community Media is proud of the partnership we had with him. All of us at Norwood Community Media wish him well in retirement. Thank you, Chief.